because you probably bombed some random civilians instead.
Our GMTU is going crazy, like hundreds of targets. You turned off the civilian traffic, right?
Nope, it was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
That makes it like impossible then.
Yeah, so when you have civic traffic on, it's impossible to use the GMT radar.
You only have GMT. You don't have a pod.
No, we have GMT, but it also captures civilian traffic.
I see. Because the idea is first you identify the yeah.
Hey, but we destroy the warlord spawn collection, so mission complete.
Exactly, and we got
thank
Kandahar
fucking God I
eventually.
didn't kill civilians because I was thinking about that the entire time. I did not believe I bombed the right place because I was just not seeing anything that made it seem like it was an actual target.
So other than that, now that everyone is here,
God,
actually not everyone is here. Wait, is someone still not landed except for Gambler?
What the fuck?
Doesn't seem like it. Anyway, a lot of things didn't go right today. I am aware. For starters, I could not even slot into my own slot that I made. It's just gray for me. It doesn't let me get in, which means I couldn't actually do ATC at all while seeing you guys. I had to slot into an F-18 just to talk. Secondly, I also had a bunch of things to trigger manually, like smokes and stuff, in case we didn't find any targets. But since that slot is locked, I could not get in and trigger them. Also, HDS isn't working. All the targets that were supposed to be manpads turned into tanks, which is why it took so long to capture Kandahar. Most targets were supposed to be soft, turned into tanks. So that's also another thing. Apart from
that's
this,
why tanks were fucking crossing the river.
Exactly. Yeah, there should not even be tanks
update on the server. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I totally forgot.
And also liveries are not working apparently for any of the squads.
But just a reminder, didn't we have a problem with AGDS installed on the server of the Hit Blur modules or something?
People are never.
Liveries are not working?
Remember when we had the AGDS on the server and there was a problem with Tomcats and Phantoms joining the server? Yeah. So I think it's better this way.
Yeah, I think we might just give up on HDS altogether. Like it's always been giving issues.
What's the liveries thing? It's not working?
Yeah, Conehead noticed that none of the liveries were actually loaded up correctly.
Unless I did something wrong.
Unless yours were broken. I thought they were working. I feel like
I could see people's liveries.
Yeah, I see that.
Who wasn't able to see the liveries?
Conehead.
Me, just me.
Just you.
Bear.
Oh man. And he literally
If
just
it's like 5 or 6 people, I'll get worried.
I couldn't log into any slot, so I don't know.
Thing one's liveries were showing.
Yeah, I saw J-Dubs and Micah's on there.
Okay, so maybe it's just Conehead for liveries, but definitely for the tanks, that was everyone, right? You didn't see manpads.
Sweet.
Yeah, but some people are having problem with liveries on the last update, so just keep trying. We're gonna figure it out.
Maybe it's an install order, like you have to install HDS first and then liveries, I'm not sure. Anyway, does anyone have TAC view? Anyone want to go over TAC view?
I'd love to see some TAC view.
I can do it.
Cool. Any one of you just go live stream and we'll try to make it
stream
quick.
the TAC
It's very late.
Who wants to go first? Sting? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. All right, so Sting had 3 flights. We were tasked with seeds, so let's see how that went.
How was the canyon run at the start? Was it fun?
It was fun. I had a lot of fun with it. We made a wrong turn, and I was embarrassed, and that set the tone for the rest of the mission. But besides that, it was fun. So we made a run in. We were going to do some pre-brief shots on the target, and then re-engage with the target of opportunity. Our first volley here was probably from about 50 miles away, and we got good hits. There were 3 main clusters of SAM sites here, here, and here, and so we just worked to engage those between the 3 sting flights to the best of our ability. Who's naming these assets?
That's me.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. So we were fairly effective at eliminating the assay sites, but we quickly ran out of ammo. We weren't. We brought a lot of cluster munitions. We weren't ready to engage vehicles like this so much, and so that's where it's good to get help from the other flights that participate, namely the SA or the F-15s. The F-18s, we ended up running out of fuel, and most of us went to go refuel.
Did you tank twice or just once?
Just once.
Oh, I thought you tanked twice.
No, I prefer not to tank on the way out so that we're a little bit lighter. But no, we didn't need to tank on the way into the mission. I think we had 1 flame out, and everybody else was able to recover. We had a couple guys get shot by this darned SA-13 here that was just chilling. So that was real sad. But besides that, I'd say Sting did a pretty good job.
So fun fact
who's
about
next?
that SA-13, he actually initially is supposed to get shot down by 2 Jeff 17s, but I think they did not finish him.
Oh, really?
Them F-15s.
Yeah, if you go at the start, before you guys make it to AO, you're going to see some missiles coming into it.
Yeah, Wood got popped by it on the way into landing.
Oh, there you go.
Micah, we almost had a midair, and I almost shot you with my strafing knife.
Oh, really?
It was
fun.
close.
You can even see my Reaper that's inactive on the right side there. that I could not slot into.
What the heck? Oh, that's cool. In any case, that was the 18s. What else we have here? Want to talk about
Let's
the
go
15s?
Gamblers, yeah.
Gambler?
Sorry, Muggers. I keep messing up your name.
Dog,
Oh, you said
can't-
Gambler.
You bait me every single time.
You said
You're like,
Gambler. Now we have to hear about it.
oh, these guys, they get to go last.
I gotta turn off Sabrina Carpenter. What is it? My turn?
Yeah, the 15s. What you guys do?
It's cool shit. I did some. You'll see. I did a good show force twice. Second time wasn't so successful, but yeah.
You gotta go back to our wedge formation.
Yeah, we look too good to not show off.
I'll let them do the briefing then.
Yeah, I agree. Those pictures are hot.
All right, so walk us through the wedge formation.
Well, you gotta go back. We're in combat spread at that point.
Oh my god! All right, so everybody
I'm not saying
imagine
anything,
what
it's
a
all
wedge
done.
formation looks like. That's what they were doing.
I'm
then
very
you
interested
engage
in
this-
knowing what Miko bombed first, because he told me he bombed a compound, which I never saw explode anywhere. So that would be fun.
Is Miko hitting the civilian targets?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Well,
did.
I feared more civilian targets. Yes.
Well, better safe than sorry. Sorry is what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, you guys bomb stuff. Good.
We found the compound, they bombed the compound, then we got the call to help Kandahar, then we deploy everything we have left there. Basically, that's a very nice mission.
If you want to see some warfare shit, follow me to the end.
Where's Miko?
Battlefield 4?
So it's on go right
A24
now.
warfare. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know where Miko is.
I think he's already crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, he crashed.
Yeah, well, so I did another show of force, and I crashed as I got hit by the AA. So I did. I did a successful one before this.
No, well, that's not a show of force. All your previous show of forces become null and void if you get shot down in a strafe run. Sorry, buddy.
But
I did
that
show
first one was
force.
pretty damn cool. That first
I
one was
did
pretty
not
damn
go
cool.
show force.
Who's next? Let's talk A10s.
Harriers.
Let's talk Harriers.
Phantoms.
Harriers didn't get a bomb on target at all because there wasn't anything left.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. So
we
here, what
flew, tanked, flew there, got in target. There was nothing.
Yeah.
So we
I
landed.
apologize for that, guys. I wish you were able to hit your actual targets.
We had a little hiccup on takeoff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Oh, and that we get
I
there.
mean, best thing we
flying
can
around.
do is kind of learn from that and try to plan it better next time.
Yeah, I think you guys need to be much closer because by the time you made it to AO, people were already in there for like 10 minutes. There were actually still a bunch of targets which you can see on the right side. The issue was it's already past 10 and we still had 25 units down at Kandahar. So I redirected everyone to Kandahar because I knew most people would not want to stay another more.
Yeah, that's just where we got cooked. But it is what it is.
Yep.
We still had fun tanking and blind.
See you guys later.
Yep. All right, boys. Y'all have fun.
Thank you guys
Later.
for coming.
And then
Nice roast, depends what
A10s are last.
There's
Yeah,
also
we-
Gambler.
We had the similar.
Those
There's
are
also
Gam-
Tomcats.
Oh yeah,
Let's not
Gambler
forget
as
about
well.
And Tomcats, yes.
Tomcats. Oh my God, there's a lot left. It's my fault. My fault. Where are they? Well, here's Gambler Flight. We can talk about them.
So 1-2 had a crash. He was flying and then crashed. So he had to log back in. Oh, we're not doing me. Never mind.
We were, but it changed.
It's good of
yeah.
you guys to protect the Harriers from those scary CH-47s, though.
Before this engagement, though, these 14s had a nice engagement with fellow F-14s where it was fucking close. Where
Yep.
Jake
Yeah. So
and-
we got in a combat spread and because we saw these 14 nails and I was like, all right, let's just point our nose at it, see what we got. And they were fucking close. And we actually got hard radar returns on them, so we engaged and that went really fucking well. Then we kind of came back and we saw these fuckers were hard to see because they were like in the notch and going so slow we couldn't get them on radar half the time. And then yeah, fuck yeah, dude. ACM cover up, everything. I went and got gas, and then flew basically halfway back to Bagram to get the gas, and came back. And then we had some time, so we watched the Hornet do their thing for a little while on the tanker because we heard some stuff on the Freak, and it was getting pretty tense. So it was like, let's see what happens. And then we went back to the air base, just looped around for a little bit, and then put down, I think, just about after everybody else did. So because we had the gas to spare, it seemed like everyone else was in trouble there. So good mission, good engagement.
Good. It's not too common you guys have to refuel, I feel like. All right, now we're talking A10s.
Gamblers just go for themselves, apparently.
This happens every op. I'm not even surprised anymore. It's not funny. It's just the new normal. But I'm not even beat up about it.
Somebody tell this new guy to quiet up over there.
So the A10s, we took off, did our canyon run. We clenched our buttholes when the 14s took out those helicopters because we didn't see anything, and we got warnings like crazy when they shot. But then we kept going. We circled. We actually got shot by some kind of convoy in the canyon at one point, but we just kept going. And then we sat here until we got talked on, and then it was Gunny doing a great job, but then he lays some Bradleys that spawned in, and I took them out.
No.
Soldiers follow orders. They like spawned in, and I would have unloaded 6 Mavericks on them, but everyone was yelling at me to stop firing at them.
I spent all day preparing for this. We're killing something.
Yep.
And where's
Okay, guys, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more. I don't think there's any more airframes. I think that's all of them.
We saved the best for last.
A glorious leader shall Tell us exactly what we did. We flew.
Yeah, 1-2 crashed out pretty early on, so he respawned. We scouted out the area for him. He made a pass. After Bit made a pass? I don't know what that was. So 1-2 made a pass. And then I made a bit of a pass, and then we orbited a little bit. It looks like 1-2 did some keyhole stuff. By the time I got there were so many airframes
Exactly
that Gunny was working overtime, and I just opted to do some circling and then go tank. So that's what I did. I went to tank.
Gunny, were you able to actually do 5K? There was a lot of people.
Yeah, I got the A10s worked on for the targets. I did.
Okay.
You also
Nice.
got
You did
also
good.
dropped the bomb. I also dropped the bomb. Thank you.
That thing landed like 5 miles short.
Just FYI,
Yeah,
initially he was not supposed to be at Kandahar at all. But
Nope.
it's just because of all the mishaps, we kind of had to divert everyone
But
there.
in the future, if you guys want to practice, I like practicing this. If you guys want to use a training night to practice this, we can set something up, and I can practice the communication in the 9 lines with you guys.
I'd love to set something like that up with multiple airframes with multiple different types of weapons, because listening to you just spout orders off to whoever was listening was kind of cool.
I had, there's an once you get used to it, we do it much abbreviated, much quicker. But in this case, we take our time to spell it out.
Cool. Yeah, I think we should do some training on that here soon.
Yeah, we can do type 1, type 2, type 3s, any kind of munitions you want. I'll learn how to use DCS a little more, so I can drop smoke for dumb ordnance. But yeah,
copy. Good deal.
Yep. Thank you, Gunny, for doing JTAC, by the way. That was great.
No worries.
Yeah, and thanks for coming, guys. Thanks, Lenarsis, for the mission. Do you have any closing notes?
Closing notes are just, well, we are aware of the issues that happened with Cannon and Hyde, and we will address them.
Cool. Thanks for the mission. Thanks to you and the other mission devs, and really appreciate what you guys bring out for us every week. And to the rest of you, thanks for coming. Hope to see you next week.
Heck yeah, thanks, Narcissus.
Great mission.
And
See ya.
Hats off to AFAC and ATC guys.
Yeah, that runway was perfect length, by the way.
Nice.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down.
Have a good night,
Thanks,
guys.
Lenarsis.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lenarsis. Good run.
Thank you.
What happened with the first takeoffs with the Harriers?
So I was 1,500 pounds heavier, and I should have let them go. We went as a 3 ship. I shouldn't have gone as a 3 ship. I should have gave them the space, and so I came up short on power because we also took off dry, and I was hugged up on them, so I had no choice but to go ahead and smack the fence. Once I reloaded, I needed 800 more feet of runway. That's what it was. So that was on me.
Well, the good news is you have a 2-mile runway now. So
Yeah,
that's going to be a different
that runway we took off out of worked just fine, actually.
Yeah? Nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's not a problem. That runway's not a problem. And I took off near max weight, and I was able to get off just fine. I had about 900 feet of runway left.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of space.
I'm not sure what went wrong with the liveries, man. All I did was query the repository, update as needed, and then they were just all gone.
I didn't think so. We never heard the call that the suppression of enemy air defenses was cleared for everybody else to hit the targets, because you'll see people are orbiting. They didn't get the call, and I got on to Charlie quick because I hit the tanker immediately. As soon as I came 16, climbed. I was 10 miles on tack in. I hit the tanker first time, which never happens. Came off, went straight into Charlie, found the spot immediately. I was in that area, saw nothing but one tank in the water, and I knew something was up. Then you told me to divert, but as soon as I diverted over there, everything was a smoking wreck, except for there were 4 targets I had queued up on my 9-line cards.
I
four
saw
targets.
a bunch of Bradley's explode at some point.
But when you switched him over, I already had him coming in. I just slew the the targeting pod onto him and said, proceed.
It's fine.
Got to
That's
get one
that's
kill.
fine. They weren't even supposed to be there. It's just it got so late on time that I didn't want people to get frustrated and feel tired. So
Well,
we spun them in.
when you run JTAC, like for instance, I wasn't even over Kandahar. I had targets within the first 5 minutes. But
So for the fact that people were still orbiting because of SAM sites, that's because I couldn't load into my slot, so I couldn't use SRS nearly the entire mission. So
in the future, when you use a JTAC or a FAC-A, if it's a 4-ship, that's a good hour. That's a good 45 minutes just in the target area.
Yep.
Because I didn't require any of the guys to do any readbacks. I kept it simple. Just
yeah, that's fine. Do you mean you needed more time to get there?
No, I got. Remember when you diverted me? I went over to Kandahar. Within the first 5 minutes of being on site, I picked up what I could determine was the last 4 enemy targets. I already had them written down. Because I was already in an orbit. I came off in a 10-mile orbit because I can see. I'd already had those targets written down. I was already writing things down. So all I had to do was get the flights, get their laser codes, give them a AO brief, and then set them up for 9-line, and they were already working in. The only thing I really screwed up on was I forgot that Canon was A10s. I vectored them to Angels 24, and then they called back, and I revectored them into Angels 14 to 16 to work off. Other than that was it.
No, which I think is probably fine.
But I'm fast on getting on targets because I got a lot to write down.
Yep. Okay, well, at least we know you can do FAC-A, which is the good news. We also know we can't use HDS anymore, and for the following missions, we'll try to get you guys much closer to target.
Sucks about the high digit SAMs.
Was okay,
but even then, it's still you got to think the A10s probably needed to leave out 20 minutes in front of everybody. We probably could have left out 10 minutes in front of everybody, and it probably would have worked out. But even then, as fast as those guys were, if you look at how fast they hit that target area and ran through it, they were quick as lightning. Like I said, running FAC-A, you gotta take 1, maybe 2 groups and then work those guys.
Exactly. I mean, you know the whole plan of how this operation was supposed to go, which is totally not how it happened.
Shit happens, man. You adjust.
But I think you did a great job anyway. It's just unfortunate we couldn't attack Delta at all.
I didn't even give any smart ass comments in for Conehead.
I heard the camel rodeo.
Oh, did you catch the 4-H camel rodeo remark?
Yep, I got that one. I only had like 2 or 3 9-lines out of everything that you had done. That was like going to be like the main attraction. That's what I wanted to do. The whole video was because I knew you were going to sound good doing the 9-line shit, and I like caught like 10% of like the whole thing is that everything I was doing tonight is 10% was 9-line shit.
We'll do. We'll get a train together. A bunch of guys want to do training. We'll get a train together. We'll get you to come and do it then.
It was well, I was trying to capture the whole mission for the night. That was like the video that I was going to make was the 3:30 Thursday night mission, like I had used to do, but man, it went pretty bad. Like the liveries and then the crashes. Trying to get back in, missed everything pretty much that you did, and then Kandahar switched from red to blue suddenly.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's all good.
This was
That's why we do these events. We get better from them.
This was the guinea pig mission.
Yeah, pretty much was.
Hello.
We could always
I'm kind of sad for the man pads.
In foothold too. If people are in there, you could always practice the FAC-A.
Yep.
Yeah, you can. Yep, you can do it there. That's a good spot actually, because shit's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're ever
And
in there, maybe
it's actually really good how it's coded. You were gonna say something, Jellish?
Quick question.
Yes.
So, were other people still having authorization issues with HDS?
Actually, no.
No one was, as far as I know. Did you?
Not anymore. I was for the longest time, but no.
I
not
just
anymore.
completely reinstalled DCS and it fixed all of the authorization issues.
That's extreme.
Not really.
Shit.
Re-downloaded all the mods through OVGME, and that's it.
I gotta reinstall DCS every third update. This shit's bullshit, man.
I wouldn't call it extreme. It took like 20 minutes at most.
Wow. Okay, you have a really fast internet connection.
All right, I'm gonna grab Hawk and drop down to our channel. You guys have a great night. Thanks for
Gotcha.
having us.
Have a good night.
Come on, Hawk.
It all started after that one update before we started the campaign. I think it's just something messed with something else. And
Oh, actually, now that you mentioned that, I had to reinstall the whole game as well. But I couldn't even load any multiplayer game.
You installed the whole game? That's pretty.
Yeah, I had to reinstall everything. All terrains, all modules, everything.
Fuck with it.
and it's DCS for you.
Yeah. So every time I would try to press on multiplayer, it would just say an error occurred. Like, interesting. You know, like, no details on anything, just an error occurred.
All right. Before I forget, I need to put my 9X's back.
Well, I hope people at least had fun flying, because target dispatch was interesting to say the least. Did you manage to catch cool footage, Conehead?
It was all gonna come from track files, but I'm just debating on whether or not there's even really worth anything to try to do because, like I was saying, Gunny was the main event. Like I was trying to capture him with doing the 9-line stuff, and I really got like maybe 2.5 full 9-line exchanges. I guess I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could still try to do something with that. What everybody was trying to do, but it was a lot. I guess less radio chatter than what I thought. Riptide's always fucking good for all that. Jesus Christ, the dude's always a nutball on the radio.
He was good, or he was just talking shit?
Oh, he's great. Yeah, no, great. Riptide's always funny on the radio. Just you always know Riptide's talking without knowing who's talking. You always know, oh, it's Riptide.
Oh, also the A10s could not tank because their tanker turned into an MPRS, which they can't tank at. That was funny. Unexpected as well.
I'm looking even at Riptide's picture that he's posted here. The A10s, they don't have the skins for Riptide either. Something weird with stuff.
Did you say something, Jilish? I think you got cut out.
Yeah, I was just saying that I couldn't get a hold of our tanker.
Yeah, I think tankers need a quick look.
I feel like one of the biggest things of us doing our own video of the 330 seconds is like everybody's got their own livery. Like the F-15s, everybody's got their unique nose art. Everybody's got their own thing and shit. Everybody had a blank ass canvas for every plane I was at. Every plane I looked at.
Talk to y'all later.
Yeah. All right, fellas. I'm gonna take off. I'll see you.
Yep. Have a good night.
You too.
I still gotta look at those cow names. I actually downloaded the mission file so I could do it. I just haven't gotten actually on long enough to look. I'm just like, I was like, I'm gonna remember this. Oh, did you watch the video of me and Annie dog fighting at the end of the last foothold?
I remember seeing the video. I don't know if I watched it. I think I did, but I'm not sure. It was on Foothold, right?
Yeah. The beginning of
I
it,
have
I
a
kind of
memory of
like
this.
left the beginning on because it was doing like the sound, like the music at the end of the
You're
mission.
fighting
and then, like, Gunny was like,
over the sea, right?
huh?
You're fighting right over the sea.
No, we were fighting in the valley, like over the desert.
Huh. I have some wild memory of you fighting.
I don't know. I do a lot.
I need to look at the video again.
I do a lot of dumb stuff, crazy stuff. Some of the stuff you probably remember, I don't. Let me see. I'll find the video quick. It was actually, I thought it was really cool at the beginning because it was like right at the end, so the music was kind of playing. Like, I don't know if it's like a theme song for the end. And it sounded really cool because like Gunny's like, you know, we're all like saying, "Oh, good job, everybody," and it was kind of fitting on that. I'm just like, you know, too bad this music wasn't playing the whole time. Here, I found it. I'll send it to you. Oh, I guess that works. I could do that.
I'll be right back. Just gonna check something with Diho.
Huh?
I'll go quickly check something with Diho.
We gotta go check something.